Hey guys, what's up? It's Mikexingchen. Many of you know that I went to Taiwan earlier this year, and while I was in Taiwan, there was a news article that went viral. Everybody was talking about it. The article was from Apple Daily, and it ranked the top 10 Taiwanese instant noodles. And if you don't know, Taiwanese people take their instant noodles very seriously. If you go to a 7-Eleven in Taiwan, there'll be a whole aisle devoted to instant noodles. Of course, I saw the article, so before I left Taiwan, I went to a 7-Eleven. Yes, this was all purchased at the local 7-Eleven. I went inside and bought the top 10 Taiwanese instant noodles so I could take it back to the States and make this video for you guys. Now, if you notice, there isn't 10 here, there's actually 8. And that's because number 9 and number 10 on that list were not Taiwanese instant noodles. One was from Korea and one was from Thailand. But this, what I have here in my tower of ramen, is supposedly the best tasting Taiwanese instant noodles. And the reason I bought these from Taiwan to take back here is that a lot of these instant noodles you cannot buy in the States. So today I'm gonna try them all out, tell you what I think of them, and also I'm gonna do my own rankings and see if it matches up with the article. Okay, so here's how the article ranked these noodles. The Weili instant noodles was ranked number 8. The Mayo Jimian or numbing oil chicken noodles was number 7. The spicy chili beef flavor of Lai Ke or another cup is ranked number 6. This one we covered in the instant noodles from around the world video. This is the stewed beef flavor of Chen. This came in number 5. Another flavor from Lai Ke, the seafood flavor, came in number 4. The Tongyi minced pork flavor instant noodles came in number 3. The Huadiao Jimian, I think is a particular rice wine. This chicken noodle came in number 2. And finally number 1, this was really strange to me. This is by far the most popular instant noodle in Taiwan, the Keshimian or science noodles. I never would have thought something so simple could be ranked number 1, but let's give it a try. And to complement today's ramen feast, I brought a couple banchans. One is pickled garlic, which I love. Whenever I eat noodles, pickled garlic is a must-have for me. Also, pickled jalapeno and radish. This stuff is so spicy and delicious. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'm glad I'm sitting here filming this video by myself because it really stinks. I mean, to me, it smells delicious because I love the smell of garlic, but no vampire is getting near me, that's all I'm saying. Also, the ultimate compliment to instant noodles, hot oil in a hot chili jar. This is like an instant noodle upgrade. This will transform your regular instant noodles to Super Saiyan instant noodles. All right, let's get started. So we'll start off with number 8, the Weili Zhajiangmian. Zhajiangmian, if you guys don't know, is a very traditional Chinese and Korean dish. It's made with fermented bean paste and is not meant to be a soupy noodle. This noodle came with 2 flavor packs. One is supposed to mix in directly with your noodles itself, and the other one is supposed to be a soup. I'm gonna try the soup really quick. I mean, it just tastes like salty water. Let's try the noodles. I'm excited about this. Whoa! This is amazing! Holy ramen, this is good! Whoa! Yeah, soup still sucks, but wow guys, this ramen, I'll tell you, before I took a bite, I thought about putting in some hot oil because I'm like, okay, there's no spice in here, I don't see anything, but this thing, it's spicy, it's got a great fermented bean flavor. Yup, they put a lot of fermented bean paste in here, and it is remarkably awesome. Noodles themselves are a bit flat, but it's got a nice spongy texture. I wish I bought more of these because this is amazing. I can't believe this was ranked number 8. I'm gonna have to give this a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna try this with my pickled jalapenos. I love a nice crunch. That's why I have the little banchans here. Goes great with this delicious ramen. This bowl I completely knocked out. Next up, number 7, let's try the numbing oil chicken noodles. Whoa, look at this massive flavor pack. This is the sauce pouch, and squeezing it, there's definitely chunks of chicken in here. And then you got 3 other flavor packs in here. One looks like oil, one looks like a regular flavor pack, and this is the rice wine, Hongbao rice wine. I think this is the signature flavoring packet because it's highlighted right here. The noodles themselves look very small and thin. To cook this, we're gonna add all the flavor packs in here except for the wine. Ooh, wow, look at that. Chicken broth is coming out of this packet with chunks of chicken. Oh, and a piece of ginger came out. Then you put in this flavor pack. Whoa, which looks like it has a lot of herbal ingredients in here. Wow, as soon as I put this in, I smell Chinese medicine. Finally, the oil. Now we add in this rice wine. And just because I have it, a little bit of cilantro. Oh. This actually smells amazing. It smells like a restaurant-made chicken noodle soup. Very herby. A lot of Chinese traditional medicine ingredients in here. Let's try this chicken out. Tastes like a regular piece of chicken. Wow. First off, guys, I'm in love with these noodles. I am in love with these noodles. They're so incredibly thin. They almost taste like rice noodles to me because they're so thin. Wow. That is very chickeny. Is that a word? Chickeny? The chicken, I mean, it's a little tough, a little dry, but I feel like it's seasoned really well. I really like the soup. The soup just feels so hearty. It just makes you feel warm all over. But one thing this definitely needs is some spice, because right now, it's really good. It's very flavorful, very, very flavorful. But for me, I need the spice. I need the hot oil. That just made this 20 times better. Oh, there we go. Here's the kick I'm looking for. This is a very, very flavorful bowl of chicken noodle soup. If you didn't tell me, you just served this in a bowl to me, I would not believe this was instant ramen. Perfect for a cold, rainy day. I can't stop eating it. This is the first time in my life where I ever saw a whole piece of ginger pop out of a flavor pack from instant ramen. I'm gonna have to give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. Next, the chili beef flavor of lai yi ke. This thing is pretty simple with 2 flavor packs. Look at this. This is a small chunk of dehydrated beef that is so sturdy, I can't even squeeze it. I can't even break it. This is a true Willy Wonka moment right here. I can smell the peppercorn and the spice. I am really curious to try out one of these beef pieces. Okay. Wow. That little piece got a strong beef flavor. It tastes like beef jerky. The noodles themselves, I'm not a fan. I feel like, honestly, I haven't soaked this for that long and the noodles themselves are already becoming kind of soggy. The soup tastes beefy and spicy, but is not all that flavorful. There was a lot of stuff in that flavor pack though. I could see scallions, onions, carrots, and of course those little beef chunks. I'm sorry, this is just very mediocre to me. Let's try to jazz it up a bit. Well, it's better, but I'm still not a fan of this noodle. I'm gonna have to give this thing a 6 out of 10, and honestly, I can't even finish this. Now we're on to number 5, Manhan Dachan. This is the roasted beef instant noodle that we tried in the other video. I already know this thing is awesome. Just like the chicken noodle soup, huge flavor pack with chunks of beef inside. This might seem really gross to a lot of people initially, because it's so unexpected to have real chunks of beef coming out of a flavor pack from instant ramen. But trust me, this is really good. I am so excited about this. Oh, it's such a beautiful aroma. And the soup, my mouth is watering so much right now. The noodles are flat, much bigger than your typical instant noodles. It's wonderfully beefy. You can definitely taste the spice, you can taste the peppercorn, and this beef. As weird as it is to eat a whole big chunk of beef from an instant noodle package, that thing is surprisingly tender and nice. I mean, just like the chicken noodles, if you took this out of this packaging, put it into a nice bowl, threw some scallions, cilantro on there, brought it to my table at a restaurant, I would not think for a second it came from a package. These noodles are nice and springy, they got a nice slightly chewy texture, and they're able to grab onto a lot of the soup, so when you dip it in the soup, put it into your mouth, you get a lot of that broth with your noodles. These noodles are definitely one of my favorites out of Taiwan. I'm gonna have to give this a 9 out of 10. Also, last time I had these noodles, a lot of you guys were messaging me, telling me that you were trying to find these at Chinatown, you couldn't find them. I don't think that stores actually sell these in the US because it's maybe something to do with the chunks of beef inside the packaging. I don't think they're allowed to be sold in this country, but if you know a place that has it, definitely let me know because I'm running out. Next up, number 4, the seafood flavor of lai yi ke. I'm not excited about these noodles anymore because the last one I had, like I said, it wasn't that good, so don't hold up much hope for this one, but let's give it a try. Wow, this noodle has got a strong shrimpy smell. Here's one of the little shrimps. No, they're small, but it packs a really strong shrimp flavor. Alright, just like the other flavor, these noodles are really lacking. Again, I did not soak this in water for all that long. And it's already really soft, kind of soggy. The flavor, it's okay. It is very shrimpy, but when you're talking about instant noodles, the noodles themselves are really important. And these noodles, they just suck. One of my least favorite brand of instant noodles ever. I'm not even gonna put hot oil in this. Sad to say, but this is beyond the help of hot oil. This literally tastes like a glorified version of those American cup noodles. I mean, obviously a lot of people like this, that's why it's ranked so high, but it's not for me. Just like the beef version, I give this one a 6 out of 10. Next up, and I'm really excited about this. This is the minced pork flavor instant noodles. This thing smells like bacon. Not just bacon, fatty pork belly. Mmm. Well, I really like this. This has got a lot of flavor. The noodles are nice and chewy. The broth tastes like somebody actually stewed a nice, big, fatty piece of pork belly in here for hours. Guys, this is really good. They definitely put a lot of fat into that flavor pack, and this thing needs some hot oil to kind of cut down on the fattiness because it's almost too fat. I mean, it's delicious, but it's like I'm biting piece after piece of fatty pork belly right now, and it's just getting too much for me. I'm gonna take a piece of my jalapeno. You know what this tastes like? It's like the noodle version of the Taiwanese fatty pork over rice. You know when the pork fat melts and it soaks onto every single grain of rice? This is like the noodle version of that. Let me try a piece of their pork. Wow. That's really hard. It's like a fatty pork flavor concentrate. I'm gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10. And finally, I'm down to my top 2 instant noodles, and they could not be any more different from each other. All right, let's cook this up. As expected, a massive sauce pouch with chunks of chicken inside. It also has rice wine. This is gonna be a different flavor rice wine than the one from last time, and it's also highlighted on the packaging here. So we're gonna put these 3 in there first, and then we're gonna add the rice wine. Again, from the dry flavor packet, I could see a lot of Chinese herbs in here. This is probably the best smelling of all the instant noodles I've had today. And the difference between this one and the last chicken noodle I tried was, I think it's really just about the rice wine. This is made with huadiaojiu or huadiao rice wine. It's a traditional recipe that's been around for over 6,000 years, and I could definitely smell the difference that this rice wine has on this particular noodle soup. The noodles look the same as the other chicken package I tried. They're thin, and I think I'm gonna like them. And I do. Really thin, really springy. The aroma of this instant noodle is definitely less medicine-y than the last one. The chicken is about the same, flavorful, but really, really dry. I feel like the wine flavor in this one is way more pronounced than the last one. All in all, this is really solid. Just like the last one, I like the noodles the best. I don't really love how distinct the wine flavor is. I think maybe if I add it sooner and let it cook for a while inside the hot water, it'd be less. But right now, the wine flavor is really strong. And some of you might like it that way, but personally, that's not my thing. I feel like, honestly, I like the last chicken noodle better. It was just more distinctively chicken. But I'll still give this one an 8 out of 10. All right, we're down to number 1 on the list, science noodles. 科学面. This thing we don't need to cook, because what you do is you break it apart and you just eat it dry. That's typically what people do with this in Taiwan. You can boil it too and make a soup out of it, but most of the time people just eat it as a snack. So let's just open this up. And there's a really small flavor pack on the inside. I want to try this without the flavor pack first. I like that. Really crunchy, really thin noodles, really light. I mean, I don't think it even really needs the flavor pack. It's already got a nice, light, salty flavor, but I'm just gonna add this and see what it's like. Give it a nice shake. It definitely has white pepper inside. Whew. Oh, some of that white pepper went up my nose. Oh my god. I definitely see why people will like this. Ever since I was little, going to school in China, we would always break apart instant noodles. It doesn't matter what flavor they were. Dump the flavor pack inside and just eat it raw. Taste-wise, it's light and airy, not that salty. I feel like this flavor pack was mainly white pepper. I'll tell you something else. This is very addictive. If you start eating this, you're not gonna be able to stop. I don't know if that addictive quality is from the science of these science noodles or it's from like this magician over here. I don't feel like though this would be very good in a soup. I feel like these noodles are gonna get soggy really quick. I don't feel like this is gonna have that much flavor when you mix water to it. But just like this is perfect. I'm also kind of conflicted because as good as this is, I don't feel like you can really compare this with the other instant noodles. Like if I'm hungry and I'm looking for a meal, I definitely would not turn to this because this is more like a snack. As a snack, I would give this a 9 out of 10. As an instant noodle meal, I don't know. I might have to give this only like a 6. Oh, you know what will make this better? Chili powder in here. Yeah. That is where it's at. That is just snack elevated. Whoa, I think it's so spicy now, this wizard wouldn't be able to handle this snack. I really feel like they should have a spicy version of this and just add some chili powder in there. So after trying all those instant noodles today, I would have to say my favorite is the jjajangmyeon. It's the dry noodles with the fermented bean paste mixed in. That was absolutely my favorite one today. Right after that was the beef noodle soup, and then the numbing oil chicken one, followed by the pork, and then the other chicken noodle with the diaohua rice one. What I did not like today was the 2 lai yike flavors with the chili beef and the seafood. Like I said, they got ranked as some of the best instant noodles in Taiwan, so I'm sure a lot of people do like them, but just not for me. And I really like the Minced science noodles, but more as a snack than as a ramen noodle dish. So guys, if you've tried any of the noodles from today's video, let me know in the comments below how much you like them. And also, I'm sure this is gonna come up in the comments, so I'm gonna answer the question right now. Yes, I ate most of the noodles from today. The only 2 noodles I did not finish were the noodles I didn't like that much. But even those, I finished half of them. So everything else, I completely finished. I even drink about, I think, 80% of the broth. And well, I didn't finish this completely, but I'm gonna snack on this later. So yeah, today I am completely sodiumed out. I feel like if I even look at a snail, it's just gonna shrivel up and die. But I feel all right, and dare I say, maybe even a little hungry. I mean, all I had was really empty calories today, so I feel like it needs something, like some ice cream, or maybe a piece of cake, or maybe a piece of steak. You guys might think I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm actually craving those things right now. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button. I would really appreciate that. Thank you all so much for watching.